That's right. That's right. Where are you joining us from? Let's fight a very good evening to each and every one of you. We are delighted that you folks are here. Beatrice Selby, we see you there. We see you. Wesley Ward and all the other good folks who are joining us. We are simply delighted that you all are here. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. I return from Bartik in one piece despite a very formidable hill and an old woman. Father have mercy. We outside. We out here, folks. Boots on the ground. We're backing down. Share that damn life. Smash that emoji button for us good people. The people not able, but we more able. Share that live. Smash that emoji button. We got a lot to share with you folks tonight. A lot of people discontented. with the works, Ibn Lami, of this administration. Pace and power. Share the damn live. Don't get complacent. Smash that emoji. But we're going Bartica tonight, folks. Strap yourselves in for the speedboat ride and come along with us. Joyce Carter, Roxanne Odessa, Paul Bourne. Good to see you, Paul. Money got a Mac, Paul. Hope it was a good day at your end. Trust it was a good day. Kwana Mingo, welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, Melissa, Yvonne, Paul, Sion, Isaac, Kwana, Linda, good to have you. Orwin, Roxanne, good to have you. Pace and power. Hazel Chase, pace and power. You don't gotta ask me twice. Where we there tonight? Your lineman? Your scouting is Monday night, folks. Carol, we fired up. Andrew Griffith, we ready to go. Roxanne, Dexter, good to see each and every one of you. All the technicians who are on duty, do let us know how you're hearing us tonight. We hope you're hearing us loud and clear because it's how we want to be heard. Sion Thomas, Sion, Renala Garnett, Kwana Mingo, great to see you folks as well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, good to have each and every one of you. Munishwar Narayan is here with us as well. Pace and power, Munishwar. Pace and power, Angela Jordan is here, waving that Guyana flag. Good to see you, Angela. Good to see you, Mars, Bacchus, Clifton Smith. Good to see you, Valletta Klein. Good to have you. Good to have each and every one of you. Diane Fordyce is hearing us loud and clear. Well, we're superbly happy about that, Diane. We're happy about that. Share that light. Smash that emoji button. We're fired up. We're ready to go. We got to fight card set. There's only some of you missing. Fired up and ready to go, good people. Look, some of what we're covering tonight at your end. Some of what we're covering, the end of an era for a newspaper in Guatemala. We're going to be touching on that because what's happening there could have an impact here as well. Them boys might be taking notes. The end of an era for a paper in Guatemala, newspaper. Folks, nice time for some farmers on the East Coast. Nice time. We can talk about that. We saw your boy. Yep, Zulfikar. Zulfi must go. Cute Zulfi, same one. On the East Coast, we can talk about that. And Chastity in St. Lucia, we can be talking about that. And this special counsel in this probe concerning Donald Trump, appointed by Trump. Folks, that probe is over and we got a result. And I am telling you, folks, Donald Trump is the father. We can be talking about that. And as I said, Bartica, we are in Bartica tonight, and that is where this beautiful, wonderful young lady comes in, Estavia. That's where she comes in. Yep, Estavia Lake. And all the folks, we're going to be chatting, looking at some issues in Bartica. We're on that front. We're fired up, folks. We're ready to go, and we trust that you good folks are as well. Where you all the hiding tonight? Oh, share the damn life, man. Denise London Welchman, Ingrid Ambrose, Asquith Schultz. Good to see you, Warren Mark Warren Kwame. Welcome, Kwame. Welcome. Good to have you there under that name, Warren Mark. You know, good to have the trolls out tonight. Mavis Davis Wells, Yolanda Felicia, Irwin Don, Marcel Williams, Dolores, Denny, and Alfred, Basil, Yolanda, Denny's London Welchman. Good to have each, and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, we are superbly happy that you folks are here. Bartica people in the house tonight. If you know somebody from Bartica, tag them. Tag them. Idol Rodney. Good to have you, Idol. Donna Miller out front parts. Good to have you here as well, Romel. Marcia, Enid, Patricia, Yolanda, Penelope, Carol. Good to have you folks here, sir. Rock and come in wherever you all are joining us from tonight. If you know the program good, you know where we're going next, folks. You know where we're going next. The opener tonight, I tell you, there are a lot of dissatisfied people. Some men are getting fish. So you can understand Beryl, Angela, Enid, Spurley, Orindon. Penelope, Donna, Paulette, Carol, Avril. You could imagine them men vex bad. They ain't getting fish. They ain't getting no fish. That's where we pick up the broadcast from tonight. We saw some men hollering, screaming, shouting. The national capital city, by the Ministry of Agriculture, by the Office of the President. We need fish. Men need fish. Cannot survive without fish. We're talking about some fishermen. Yep. They said the catch is low since Exxon out there. They said the PPP made a number of promises and they're not fulfilling. Folks, when you promise men fish, you got to get them fish. These men are very dissatisfied tonight and very upset. They're not getting the fish. They're not getting it. That's where we pick up the broadcast from. Take a look. Good folks, Lois Denny, Deborah Clark, Brian Lewis, Enid, Dollar Tesana. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. The men need fish. Are they want to start problems in this country or what? The men need fish. Take a look. Take a listen. Could you give us some light on what's happening?
We are fishermen for the Freedom Fishermen's Swap Society. We catch our fish and shops come and buy them to the plant. And what is happening from since March, the price dropped from $200 a pound to $100 a pound present day. And the present day price we cannot cope with the cost of catching the fish. We communicated to the Minister of Agriculture, the Chief Fishery Officer. Nobody seems to pay that, everybody paid a dollar. Are we asking the government? It's just simple. Buy our fish at a reasonable price so we can survive and subsidize it. The government have subsidized the container farmers, have the container owned in this country $2.2 billion in 2021. They give rice farmer $80,000 per acre for the when they have to, and give them a top of $1 billion money. They gave us as fishermen $150,000, and some get an up and out, some can't get. Since ExxonMobil for the fish catch is so low, and we can't cope. It's about 4,000 households depend on the industry to survive. We don't see why the government can subsidize our industry, why it can't subsidize the fish. All we asking that for more. We came here this morning, asked to see the Minister of Agriculture. They said the Minister of Agriculture got nobody can see us. We went to the President's office, it's the same thing that the President, we got to write the President. So we can't see. So we don't hear protesting that somebody do something. The people in the diaspora should know that you are so small man are treated in Guyana. The small man have no rights in Guyana.
Excellent. What is the name of the cooperative?
Freedom Fisherman Cooperative Society.
Excellent. Anybody else want to talk to us?
Well, actually, about 3 years now, the catch dropped 50%. So we asked ExxonMobil, since they started digging the island, drying the island, the catch dropped because they're disturbing the sea, so you're not getting catch. Fish gone. So now you're getting 50% of the catch, and then the price gone 50%. So actually, you know, the fisherman got nothing to say. So the government making the money, and the fisherman just starving. So that's why I want to just ask the government if they could do something to the fisherman. We are the small man, and we going down.
I just want the members of the public to understand what's happening. As a society, you're selling your fish to the government.
No, not a private sector.
Good.
Who export fish?
Good. But you're saying the government making the money and not you.
No, we're talking about ExxonMobil.
Okay.
They're making it.
Good. I understand.
Because since they start drying the island, we don't got to catch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then the price going down. So fishermen ain't got nothing.
Mm.
So what we asking the government, if they can talk to ExxonMobil or the agriculture minister can do something subsidized to the boat owner and the workers.
I just want members of the public to hear you all clearly. You're saying that the price you are spending to catch the fish is more expensive now than to sell the fish.
Sell the fish. So we not make nothing.
Good. So one member of the public can be very, very clear.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Anybody else want to talk to us?
In 2021, the president promised us to give a sheet house to subsidize our income. Well, 56 body signed up and they give 6 body. And the sheet house what they give them was 10 by 10 square for subsidized income. And after that, they give them 12 pound money.
56 persons apply.
Apply, we said that they give it the president and Mr. Jack Narayan Singh, who is Bakunari. And only 6 body get 10 by 10 square sheet house since 2021. And the president tell us in his office here, I was there with several people.
Wow.
He said he gets some money they was spend on sheet house.
Wow.
Why is 10 by 10 square?
What was the reason you think we're only giving 6 persons?
Well, I don't know. He said that they got subsidized the fisherman income because and when Exxon Mobil came, the fish catch was so low, so we can't get. So he said, okay, we got subsidized. This you plant a garden, like you got plant hemp, you got plant broccoli, and so on. It's a highly costing, so you got subsidize your income. But 6 out of 56 and 10 by 10 school. How can a man survive it?
Yeah.
These people have 2, 3 children. If they take home pay paper is 10, 12 pounds, that can't even do nothing when you go to the market. All we have to do, subsidize us until you can find market. We have the problem. No problem.
Excellent. Who else is going to talk to us?
The chief fishery officer and the minister do, but when you call them, the minister put you on to the chief fishery officer. The chief fishery officer will call you back. I never know call. I call him since Wednesday up to today.
Wow.
They don't interest in with small man. We are small people who survive in the country.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you.
Join with the fishery we can do something about it.
Oh, Mr. Government, President, you got to do something better, fisherman. You got the fisherman punishing. Fish price was $200 a pound. Now fish price is $100 a pound. Gas very dear. The cost of it is very high. Poor people are not making nothing in this country. Poor people are going down every day. You got send children to school, you not make nothing when the week come. Oh, Mr. Government, you can do something better than this man, fisherman.
We can export our fish with the company them, and everything we go okay. That is what I do. Come together, join hands together, come together, and we can move forward after that. We have to please give subsidy, all things. Only fisherman, I get some people not in this country. Not in, and the fisherman, they work with them when they come from there, what happen? They're different from fisherman. Fisherman are easy, people nobody.
Say this, and if I go to the park, I can't get red stuff with the there's no way to find the red.
Yes, they want 50 to give fisherman. Watch the fisherman, they get 150. When you come and find out, they say you put it in the budget. When the budget thing, you don't get 150. So quarter the fisherman, and I get 150. President here, Van Halen, can do something better for fisherman, man. The fisherman punishment.
Some fisherman, you money, as soon as you money, you money. They give 5 body money, as soon as you have body money, you want 50. Get people working in the department, fishery department, take money, and say, everybody get the money. They have no matter. Maybe it will be man already. Vice President, promise people all that.
I read that. Shame and disgrace on the PPP government led by Irfan Ali. Shame and disgrace. That's what the placard said. Shame and disgrace. Moving on, folks. We got a lot of ground to cover tonight. Bringing it in from around the world. Look what we following. Look what we following. The Durham report. The Durham report. I told you that this special counsel was appointed by Trump himself to look into the veracity of those investigations against him. You know, you remember the Russia probe? You remember the Russia probe? Well, the special counsel, good folks, the special counsel, John Durham, his report came out today. And the biggest finding, he said, according to him, the Durham report, he says that Trump should never have been investigated in the first place. Any surprises there? Good folks, any surprises there? He said, folks, he said the investigation should never have happened. You know, birds of identical plumage assembled together in close proximity. Rudy Giuliani is being sued by one Noelle Dunphy. She worked for him at one point, and she's claiming the allegation is she had to perform sex acts on the former mayor of New York as part of her job. Yep, attorney at law, former mayor, former presidential candidate. Rudy Giuliani, he's being sued too. You know, he was Trump's lawyer at one point too. He was Trump's lawyer at one point. Birds of identical plumage assembled together in close proximity. Brace it over. Chensing Henry, Deborah Clark, Shabone, Rhonda Gordon, Shireen Baines. Good to have each and every one of you joining us tonight. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button, folks. We're moving on. This is New Zealand, I think it is. Yep, New Zealand had the worst nightmare fire, they said, at a hostel, killing 6 people at a Wellington hostel. One commentator said it was the worst nightmare fire in the history of New Zealand. 6 dead at the Wellington hostel. Our thoughts and prayers go out to our brothers and sisters there in New Zealand. Our thoughts and prayers. What's up, folks? What's up? Yeah. Stay woke. Giving y'all this one for free. WhatsApp has a new feature. I don't know if it's activated in this part of the world yet. I'm talking about South America here in Guyana, the Caribbean. I don't know if it's activated here as yet. But they're telling us now you can lock your chats, a new lock chats feature. I wonder if you got things to hide, you go and lock your chats, eh? Pim. Pim. Stay woke out there. Stay woke out there. I want to tell you all. We got some FBIs in our midst. Folks, lock chats ain't gonna save you. Take what I'm telling you. Lock chats ain't gonna save you. Right? Lock chats ain't gonna save you. The best thing is not to be involved in activities that need a lock chat. Not to be involved in those activities. It won't save you. So WhatsApp say they have that new feature that they have launched, they've announced. And just today, where you ever hide? Andre Thornton, ending in a phone to hide. Mike Welchman, Chensing Henry, Spragament, Erica Hooper, Jennifer Griffith, Kurt Heidekan, anything in that phone to hide? Edward Brooms, Enid Miggins, Diane Grisandi, anything to hide. Yep, WhatsApp announcing that new WhatsApp, that new lock chat. Lock chat. Some of you think it's chat lock. You know the FBI you got to deal with. You think it's locked. Folks, as we come close in the region, this is what's happening in Guatemala. This newspapers, guys, in Guatemala was like a staple. And belonged to Jose Ruben Zamora, the El Periodico. That's the name of the paper. And after 27 years, the totalitarian government there in Guatemala arrested the founder. And the people say they can't go on any longer. They find it very hard. They arrested him since last year. He's in jail currently. The newspaper said it's finding it very hard. Very, very, very hard to move forward. And that's how them boys is behaving, you know. you all see the mechanicians with the Guyana Press Association. Congrats to the re-elected president, Nazima Ragubir. Congrats to them. You all see the mechanicians there? 27 years this paper was in existence. They say the founder, Jose, he's a icon freedom fighter there in Guatemala. Arrested on trumped up charges. Jose Ruben Zamora, right? El Periodico, trumped up charges. Yep. After 27 years, today on its final front page, they say they've reached the bitter and sad decision after the jailing of its founder and publisher last year. On the front page, the single headline, "We say no to power." 1996 to 2023. 1996 to 2023. Those were the words emblazoned across the front page of El Periodico. We say no to power. We got to do that right here. Karawashi Braffett, Lysis Mingo Byrne, Donna Miller. We got to say no to power. Valerie Clark. I see Mike Welchman is here as well. We got to say no to power. Moving on, folks. Pace and power. We got the back channels tonight before we come off of things happening internationally. And you know who's got the back channels for us? Our former ambassador to Kuwait, Professor Shamir Ali, got the back channels for us tonight, folks. He got the back channels. Take a look and take a listen. Dr. Shamir Ali, Professor Shamir Ali, with the back channels.
Good evening, listeners in Guyana and globally. Namaste, Assalamu alaikum. Thanks to Sherrod and team for invitation to be here today, and thank them for all their Herculean services to provide this informative program on problems with solutions. You know, there's a saying that the old die and the young forget. As Guyana, we will be coming up to our anniversary celebration on the 26th of February. And I have found that many of the old timers have passed on, and the Johnny come lately, with due respect, that's the name I call the baby boomers, the street smarts, the whippersnappers. They have no clue of what has happened. Well, you must have seen in the Chronicle where His Excellency Lyndon Thompson Forbes Barnum, a patriot, he's being ridiculed for taking money from CIA. Who is ridiculing him? A person born in 1964. That's what I mean by Johnny come lately. With all due respect, he has no knowledge. So today, I happen to know His Excellency Lyndon Thompson Forbes Barnum. He gave me my 5th global nickname, Dynamo. Who knows, knows. And I happen to know His Excellency, so it incumbent on me to put the record straight, because these recordings will stay forever. Yes, His Excellency Lyndon Forbes Thompson Barnum asked for $10,000 US per month because he needed the money. Party had no money to do party work, not government work. He had to build his party. Why? Because the West was afraid that Dr. Cheddy Jagan had the Marxist communist philosophy, and the US did not want another Cuba. That's the reason. It isn't he asked them to go buy cigars and cognac, which he loved, I know that. No, was to build the party mechanism so as to have a structure to do. And he did receive half because they were not too happy to share money around. Others were asking. He got $5,000 a month every year, subject to review, for 2 years. Now multiply it. 5 by 12 is 60. 60 by 2 is $120,000 US. Well, October the 4th, 1963, Time reported, and please, whenever I say stuff and I quote the date and time, please check it out yourself, because if you do, it will have empirical evidence and to support you to tell others about it, because that's my style. I rather teach you to fish so you don't need a fisherman tomorrow. October the 4th, Time said Cheddi Jagan is a communist. Communism, he says, is winning throughout the world. Not me, I'm repeating. It will win everywhere. Cheddi Bharat Jagan said that, according to Time. The smiling East Indian has long insisted that British Guyana will never become an out-and-out satellite, but the evidence of red influence is everywhere. Not me. The Czech and the Russian trade missions abound. Ships carrying Russian and Cuban cargo frequently nose in and out of the harbor. 31 was counted in the last 20 months. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not me. Shamir is just, we bring in research and history that is credible. Time also reported on October the 1463 that Gimpex, those of us who were around in the 60s, Gimpex was the arm that the aid from the socialist countries were coming to the PPP. They didn't bring money because the money had to come through the banking system, and that was a no-no. The money came by boats and goods. Can any of us listening to me remember the Lada motor car, L-A-D-A? Well, that came from the USSR. Imagine if one motor car came, is that enough to cover all that the US gave to His Excellency Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham? And Gimpex sold $1 million worth of railroad ties to Cuba because what was doing Guyana government or PPP was sending goods, kind of a barter. $1 million went to Cuba and it was paid in advance. The money was lent to Gimpex, to the Jagan government. Records will show that Jagan championed the USSR communism from East Germany, from Czechoslovakia, from the communists, till Gimpex is there. We hear a lot about who is doing what. President Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham was the one who had the national holidays for Eid al-Adha, Yom Nabi, and Deepavali. Feed, Clothes, and House the Nation, announced in 8 May 1973 by Dr. Kenneth King, a very good Minister of Economic Development. Eat what you grow what you eat to conserve foreign exchange. That's not me. I'm quoting His Excellency LFSB. Roxanne Burnham Gardens, National Park, Demerara Harbor Bridge, the famous CARICOM Common Market for 50 Nations. That was him. Cari Festa, him, you can't take it away. You can have all the spin doctors, paid or unpaid, or supporter, Apanjat, Abhi Time Now, or all of that. Non-alignment movement, the biggest supporter was His Excellency. We even have the non-alignment monument in Guyana. All the heads of nations came. South Africa Liberation Apartheid. Recently, Haslin Paris, a very Guyana patriot from the Bauxite Company, spoke about the non-alignment movement there. Some will argue both good and bad. I'm not the judge, but there was a non-alignment movement, and Cuba did use Guyana to assist in that struggle. Cuban support for medical doctors and graduates is reported, and the National Service was also part of, and don't forget, those were trying times with no monies for gas. Ladies and gentlemen, please do your research and help. Today we must celebrate Magistrate retiring today, Colonel Anne McLennan. She is a lady of class, style, the old school. I hope the new generation follow her model. Happy retirement. You served well, but I hope Guyana can use your services. We have a skills gap. Find you can serve still on contract. Please do not let go of your ability to contribute wherever you are. Congratulations. May God, Allah, Ram, Sita, Vishnu, Yahweh, Abraham, and the African God of peace, Ubatala, be with you, your families, myself, and the great nation of Guyana as we move towards 26th of May celebrations. Good night.
Pace and power, Professor Shamir Ali, with the back channels. Pace and power. Folks, if you ain't shared the live yet, you're damn wicked. You're like them boys. There's a jagabat. Yes, you're displaying transcripted tendencies. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button. Let me go along the road. Coming in quick, good folks from around the region. Look what we're following this evening. Chasteny, after the dash out to Parliament. The technique back now. This is St. Lucia, folks. Know your regional politics. This is St. Lucia. Chasteny heads back to Parliament next week. They want the man talk free rights. You know, they got a Nadir there. They got a Nadir there in the backside. Dash the leader of the opposition out of Parliament. Matter went till to court. Don't come wrong, you funny. Alan Chasteny. The matter went till to court. You understand me? He's heading back next week to the National Assembly there in St. Lucia. Can't keep a good man down. Fire upon all of y'all. Fire upon the oppressors. Chasteny is going back. Next week, folks, next week we can have more of that for you in a subsequent broadcast. We got to hasten on to other things at home. Chasteny, well done. Congrats on that. They're telling us Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting in Jamaica shortly. Well, I'm frightened. I was frightened when Tad opened him out right here. Imagine that all the way in Jamaica, among some other Foreign Affairs Ministers. You ever had a chance to listen to the Jamaican Foreign Affairs Minister? Lady sheer class. Like Anne McLennan. Sheer class. You can even, I frightened. When we boy Taddy step up to the microphone in the National Assembly, I was at the edge of my seat, so. Oh, trembling. Yep. Such a disaster. Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting in Jamaica next week. We wish him the best. We wish Taddy the best. Folks, we're in the 592. We're in the 592 and we begin our broadcast on things local. On a sad note, never seek to know for whom the bell tolls. Good folks, it tolls for thee. We have some breaking news at the hour. We learned that we lost a stalwart of the PNCR and an ardent viewer and fan of the In the Ring program, Donna Lane of Bartica. And our thoughts and prayers go out to her family. We have learned, folks, that Donna was on her way to Georgetown, collapsed at the Perica Stelling today, and transitioned life. You know, we want to thank her family for lending her to us. Good folks, we want to thank her family, and our thoughts and our prayers are with you guys and the entire, In the Ring FYI Below the Belt family. Donna was an ardent viewer of our program, an ardent viewer. Never seek, they say, the poet Don John says, never seek to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee, Walk good, Donna. Walk good. We can have more for you guys in a subsequent broadcast. Donna Lane, always in the comment section, fighting them trench crappos and jagabats. Donna Lane, one and the same. Transition life today. Thoughts and prayers again. With the entire Bartica community who we're learning are in shock tonight at our passing. And our thoughts and prayer with our family, especially at this time. Our thoughts and prayers. More in a subsequent broadcast, good folks. More in a subsequent broadcast. We're in Bartica tonight. Incidentally, we're in Bartica tonight. But before that, crime continues to surge and spiral. Locally, good folks, crime continues to surge and to spiral. Look what we're tracking tonight. A stabbing at Moorooka. That is Ronald John. Stabbed to death at Chinese Creek, Back Dam, Peroni River. My God. Robson doing? Is that you can prevent every crime? But it's a signal you send that the foolishness that operates in this country on a daily basis will not. Nobody don't take Robson seriously. As a crime fighter. As a person who got purview for policy in this area. We got to move Robson Ben out of the way and bring in proper people. Robson was in some other place. He done be dismissed a long time ago. 2 years ago, we put a no confidence motion. in the National Assembly against Robeson Ben. And the speaker keep ducking it. Peroni Landing, good folks, was the site of this latest crime wave. You know, this peak. Reynold John, they tell us, lost his life in a stabbing incident there. Chinese Creek back dam. Peroni Landing. Thoughts and prayers go to his family as well. This whole country in free fall. Them boys asleep at the wheels, you know. Asleep at the wheels. Who can stop it? Who can stop it? Thoughts and prayers go to Mr. John's family, Reynold John. You know, may justice be done. May justice be done. Moving on, folks. Some other issues we're following tonight. Moving on. A lot of names calling that double murder at Linden, good folks. That double murder at Linden. Another name, a lot of names calling. John Ross, name calling. Troy Bruce, name calling. The police have issued a wanted bulletin for the duo in that double murder there. Burst into those folks' home and shot father and son. Yep. Robeson, what are you doing, Robeson? The blood of the innocent in your hands. May justice be done. And our thoughts and prayers with this family. Thoughts and prayers go to them. The Jagabats, the trench crappos, the tadpoles. We following them too. We following them. You know, we told you guys about the 3-step solution. Them boys got the problem solving. You know, the first thing, they draw a line around the problem. They draw a line. Step 1. And then when you and I, Dennis and Ayabo, Karen, Godfrey, Ronella, when you and I, you know, make enough noise publicly, right? That's going to raise the line. And then when we really bring pressure to bear from our quarters, then let's go fix the problem. There's them. How long have we been talking about road safety, the carnage on our roadways, the carnage on our waterways? It's not that them boys wake up. It's a Robeson doing. It's a Robeson doing. They're telling us they're going to begin training teachers in road safety so they in turn now can incorporate that into the school curriculum. You know, the first problem has to be take it out of the school, PPP. And that's the first mistake you all made. You all take it out of the school. I remember as a young lad in primary school doing road safety. See me in Makaki, South Remville Primary School, Makaki, that orange strap or whatever it was they put across you. You know, and every student in the class had a turn at directing traffic or helping some way in the road safety gang. They lash out all of them things. Lash out all of them things. They have no concept what these things are for. They just come on, move it out of the way. Right? And now they got to go and put back the plumb line. Right? Now they got to go and put back the guardrails. Wicked, stink, and dirty. Should have done it a long time ago. A long time ago. A long time ago. Better late than never, I guess. Better late than never. That's the direction they want to go in. Should have done it a long... Look, 2+ years we are there talking about the carnage on the roadways and our waterways. Now they wake up. Now they wake up. Share the damn life. If you didn't share the damn life when you had the back channels. And Professor Shamir Ali spitting out all the facts. Here wicked, stink, and dirty. Share the damn life. Look, them boys, you think the easy? You think the easy? I can tell you how to go in the case with the ExxonMobil case. They're going to court rather with the ExxonMobil case. Wicked. Wicked, they want an appeal. These jagabats should be fighting on behalf of Guyanese people. No, they're fighting for ExxonMobil. They're fighting for them boys. Wicked, stink, and dirty. They're going to appeal the case. Well, they're telling us here that the Court of Appeal has set a date. The Court of Appeal has set a date, you know, to begin hearing that matter. Is it the case management? A date has been set. That much we know. And they're telling us here that we are going to court on May 29th. Right? Oral arguments begin May 29th on the appeal against the EPA's that case didn't go in the favor. Right? Unlimited insurance, just to fix it. And mind you, Mind you, they're telling us there has been no stay granted, right, on the decision of the High Court judge. Get the damn thing done. Get the insurance in 30 days. Do what you got to do. You think them Court of Appeal judge can say, I'll hold on till we decide here. Right? And in the meantime, if something happen out there, I'll spill or something, no big thing. You think they chop it in the padly? So they didn't stay the ruling of Judge Sandil Kisoon. They didn't stay the ruling. So they got to comply. You know, while all of this is happening in the Court of Appeal. Yep, wicked. Wicked, stink, and dirty. The blind set. All over that side. I don't blame y'all. It's Guadeloupe, them boys going now. The thing's strong. It's Guadeloupe they're going. It's strong, it's strong, it's strong. Wicked, stink, and dirty. That's what happening next time. You can imagine you can land. The land and doing what you really want to do because of some reason. Them by get a new land. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them farmers on the East Coast and then more. Right? Big announcement today. The farmers are to get better farmlands. Could you imagine that? Even daily, some people even get land one time. Them boys getting better farmland and farming implements. Me vex with them. But I want what is due to every Guyanese to be theirs. We want what is due to every Guyanese to be theirs. Not only land, you know, better farmland. You know, so they said that you got little what is it called, sterile, little thing, little barren, little what have you. You know, them boys getting better land and implements. You know, the other day I see them people gone at Buxton to give out some cutlass or cutlash, depends on where you grew up. You know, and some other little fine implements. People getting tractors, this, that, $1 billion fertilizer, you know, all manner of things. Now, you know, better farmlands, nice time. Nice time for Elmore farmers. Oh, you better wake up and smell the coffee because it's brewing. It's brewing. If only you got nostrils to smell to high heavens. Better farmlands. So you tell me if you have a piece of land, you don't like it, you can go back and say, I want a better piece. Wow, nice time. Will be not a soul, malice to none. Malice towards none. But we want what is the just news of every Guyanese. What are the just news? As every Guyanese, we heading to Bartica, folks, to take a peek at some of what is happening there with the local government election. Again, I want to say our thoughts and prayers. Our thoughts and prayers, folks, to our ardent viewer, listener of our program. Said again, Transition Live today. You know, our thoughts and prayers. We learned that Amanda was with her just yesterday. Apparently, met up with her and we're sharing a couple of minutes with her. One and only Donald Lane from Bartica. Our thoughts and our prayers are with the family. Folks, people of faith, y'all out there, you know, Jews and Gentiles are like, you could utter a word of prayer. Do it for the family of Donald Lane. And may our soul rest in eternal peace. May our soul rest in eternal peace. Let's look at some of the local government issues on that side. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, good folks. And let me go down the lane. We caught up with the campaign manager there for APNU campaign in Bartica over the weekend, Estavia Lake. And we spoke with her about what's going on there in Bartica with the campaign. She said democracy on the threat. Democracy on the threat. You know, they got some community groups. When they meet and if the people don't like the outcome of those elections, you know, they change it. They squash them till the people get voting. Democracy is on the threat. Yep. Democracy is on the threat. You got the local government organs operating, and then you got some community groups on the periphery of that system working too. And when those groups hold their internal elections, yes, it has happened there in Bartica. When the people are not elected, you know, the people don't like their policies and programs and elect somebody else. No, they squash the whole thing. PPP squash the whole thing. Democracy is on the threat. Folks, take a look and take a listen at some of what Estavia Lake told us in Bartica, Estiva Lake told us in Bartica over the weekend, in addition to democracy is under threat. Take a look and take a listen. We sat down with her over there. Weekend.
I must say it's a pleasure to be here, spreading awareness as it relates to local government elections in Bartica. And I must say, the APNU is strong. We're here to represent. We will continue to represent as it pertains to the rights of constituents here, the democracy of constituency. I must say that there is not only a challenge in local government election in this municipality with the PPP, but we also face a challenge as it relates to GCOM at a whole, because we would have noticed in many cases, we would have recognized that there is some amount of hardship when it comes to cooperation and getting stuff done here. So more so, it seems as though the GCOM aspect of it, instead of APNU fighting during the election with the PPP, we're also fighting a battle also with the GCOM area here, because we're recognizing that in some aspect, things are being given over to their favor, into the PPP's favor.
Estiva, what are some of those issues?
Let's reverse little as it relates to the pre-nominations. When it comes to the nomination process, we would have recognized that there is need to camp out early to get stuff done here. And then we would have recognized that a PPP representative that's working at GCOM would have signed the book stating that they're forced, even though they're not on the ground currently. So the APNU, we went in, we say that we're ready to camp out and stuff like that. Then later representatives from GCOM came in and said that, well, the first person that arrives at the gate at 12 will receive the need to come and present their list first. And that is based on the constitution and based on documentation. Nominations, we were told that the PPP, they are the ones that sign in a book where there's no law stating that whoever signs in a book receives the first position or the first ticket to submit on nominations day. We weren't aware of such process, but the PPP apparently they were aware. We weren't aware, and they were the one that submitted first. And that right there, to me, it's a form of conflict of interest, because there should be fairness across the board. They should be aware. They say the PPP is aware about something, APNU also should be aware, or any other contesting party in the municipality. So that, and a whole host of issues we would have been facing with GCOM as it relates to participating in local government election as it pertains to, fairness and stuff like that.
Excellent. I know you have your prospective councillors. Give us a sense who is running for the various constituencies here in Bartica.
Excellent. Well, for constituency 1, we have Arita Embleton. Constituency 2, we have Nurse Melissa Wilson. Constituency 3, we have myself, Estiva Lake. And of course, constituency 4, we have Mr. Lloyd Garway. Constituency 5, we have Clinton Bob. Constituency 6, we have Carmel Williams. And constituency 7, we have young Kobe John. Constituency 8, we have Lavina Jones. And constituency 9, we have young and vibrant also Dane McIntyre.
Excellent. And give us a sense broadly across the constituencies. What are some of those issues and challenges they may have currently, and what is the slate hoping to do once you occupy office?
Well, Sharon, basically persons are struggling. A few nights ago, we were at Agatash, which is a part of constituency 9. And I would have recognized that the persons there, they're tired. They're tired of being manipulated. They're tired of being robbed of their democracy as it pertains to making decisions on their whole. Because I recognize during our meeting about 2 nights ago, I recognized that one of the speakers passionately spoke about the fact that sometime in the past, when they would have had a village meeting where they would have selected a chairman in that area, and the PPP would have appointed someone to be the chairman of that community, disregarding their decision, somebody who doesn't even live there, right? And right away, that's stripping persons of their democracy. And also one of the things that the residents there in Agatash don't like is the fact that the PPP, they're forging their signature in the area.
Wow.
Families are not even aware that their name are being placed on a list supporting the PPP candidate, but it's there. And the family went out and they objected. They submitted letters stating that they want their list to their name to come off the PPP list and stuff like that. Persons over there, they're tired. And not only Agatash, the rest of Bartica, they're tired of what is currently happening, and their democracy is being threatened. Their right to their own signature and allowing their names to be used in a reputable manner, that is being threatened by the PPP for the people of Bartica, which is not nice at all. And that is why we're here as constituency, as candidates, to ensure that the democracy of our people is protected and the civic rights of our people is protected.
Excellent. We saw some of the infrastructure here leaves a lot to be desired. We were heartened to see some of the roads, especially done under the coalition, are still standing strong. Sadly, some of those done under the administration currently are falling apart. I think for every government, if you do good, solid projects and they stand the test of time, we all as Guyanese should feel proud. But sadly, it seems as though it's friends, family, and favorite getting the contracts, and then the quality of work. Are you guys worried about that?
Yeah, because we would see contracts being awarded to friends, to members of the 10 board. They are receiving contract under a specific title, and the community knows that they own these entities, these business, and these contracts are being placed under them, where they might employ contractors to work under them, and probably they get a percentage and stuff like that. And constituents recognize these things, and we have genuine contractors who are on the ground needing work and they cannot get work, right? And those are the things that are frustrating constituents, that are frustrating Barticans. And that is why we are here again, Sherrod, to fight against certain things, because we believe that in everything, accountability and transparency must prevail, and that is being stifled right now.
Excellent. This coming week, I think today's the 13th. It's just on the month before we go to the polls. And this coming week, what may Barticians look forward to seeing from the campaign? Are there pit stops to be made? Are they larger roadside campaign, campaign rallies? What is happening in Bartica moving forward as we get closer to election day?
Yeah, sure. So we will continue to have numerous amounts of awareness. We will continue to have numerous amounts of fan-outs, rallies, encouraging persons to utilize their civic right to vote, and not just vote for a state or to vote for candidates that represent their rights. So Bartica definitely should look forward to many whistle stop meetings, to many campaign meetings in the evening, just to bring them up to scratch and aware of current affairs and why it is important for them to come out and vote on June 12th.
And if you had to tell them a reason why they should come out and vote on June 12th, maybe 2 or 3 things. This is what you can expect to hear from the candidates when they come to your door. What are those things? We
would have recognized that there's numerous amount of young people who were coming out of school, sadly, in Region 7 and Bartica, that are not hitting bullseye as it pertains to mathematics and basic qualification to acquire a respectable job. And those are one of the things that we need to look into. We will look into as a council to ensure that we cater to young people who are having problems qualifying themselves, who are having problems to acquire a job. So that's one of the things that we will look at, and we must look at infrastructure, because we recognize right now that is depleted. We must fight. We must lobby as it relates to drainage. Even if we have to reconstruct the entire drainage system, we must lobby. We must do something, because right now it is deteriorating. There is lack of cooperation from Central to get stuff done here, but we are continuously trying our best, and we will continue to lobby and to fight to make sure that our people, their drains and their road are not just being done, but it's being done at a substantial measure. So I'm not a fan, Sherrod, of promises, but what we intend to do is to continuously visit each household to find out the needs in each community and work to supply the needs of our constituents as it pertains to infrastructure.
Excellent. Is there anything I failed to ask you may want to get out there? You can.
I know right now that the road is a sore point as it is right now, but the APNU AFC councillors, we are fighting on your behalf. We are ensuring that representations are being made. We will make sure that at this point in time, that when the time comes for roads to be done and stuff to be done for road, we will make sure that you, the constituents, are aware of what's going on, that you, the constituents, come out and see exactly what's going on, what is going on, and demand that these contractors do what they're supposed to do and give us quality work for our taxpayers' money. I must.
Pace and power, Estiva. Pace and power. Thanks for sitting down with us. And folks, on that note, Estiva did talk about infrastructure. And what we saw in Bartica with infrastructure was shocking. You know, looking at roads alone, the coalition roads stand up strong. Folks, the coalition roads unfazed. But you see them roads that built by friends, family, and favorites. You see them roads that be built by friends, family, and favorites. But y'all don't take my word for it. Take a look and take a listen. Don't take our word for it, good friends. Take a look and take a listen. So we are here in Bartica, folks. We're underground in Bartica. And we're just making a couple stops, checking out to see how things are going. I'm privileged to be with David Patterson, former Minister of Infrastructure. Now, David, one of the things you've been saying is that you haven't noticed much change here than the way we left it. We are standing on a road that was done by the coalition. It's still standing very strong. Talk to us about some of your observations thus far.
I good night, folk. But Sheridan, I haven't been up here for a while. I mean, about 2 years. I mean, since post-COVID. And with
hold a little closer first.
With all the money that is being splashed around, 3 times biggest budget and so forth, you know what I mean? I expected to come to see a tongue and a Bartica and an area awash with new development. The most modern development is what I left here, what we left here, the coalition left here in 2020. I mean, this road that you see here, that's the entire thing, brain trial of us. I mean, because we moved away from doing this asphaltic road and we did concrete road. I mean, I did it really well. It's standing. But I'm just surprised that, I mean, I don't know, like this is almost like if Region 7 stood still and they had so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, you know, I mean, you hear Edgel and them talking about all this transformation development. Nothing has transformed. I mean, this is almost like Back to the Future at the moment. I still think, you know, I mean, much more can be done. I just came off one on the road. You know, I mean, it's almost like an abortion road.
Yeah.
The road at the line there. You know, I mean, they haven't done anything like that.
Is that the Patara Road? Am I thinking about
yes, right. The Patara Road.
And then, in addition to that, they're telling us that some of the roads here is being done by some doctor. But the point people want to make is that the roads are falling apart very, very quickly. Again, we're standing up on a road that was done 3-4 years ago that's still standing very strong.
But the hallmark of the PPP always is cheap, done, nasty, and quick. Friends and family, you know, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, long as you they feel that anybody could be a contractor. I mean, you say, I mean, my person could be a doctor, baker, a candlestick maker, and they just give them and they will give them a contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, and then the engineers, I mean, I know that from the ministry. I get the feedback all the time. The engineers are scared to even intervene because they're protected. Every time they intervene, they go above their heads. So therefore, we're getting less value for money here, people. But I'm glad that, I mean, we're walking around and everybody, as you said, to give you a high five and those things like this, we walk around here and they're saying to us, they're glad that we came to see what's going on, you know what I mean, because they saw the transformation beforehand in that that short period of time that we were there versus what is being done here. I don't know if I don't know if they're punishing Region 7 because this is a region I think the coalition won, but this is nothing there. And I came up with stelling.
And I want to circle back to some of what you said were your expectations. From the selling we saw, what they said, the river ambulance isn't working. Some of the other David
yes.
G boats
Yes.
aren't working. I mean, like, what was your expectation? One Guyana, all these big mansions, billion spending.
I honestly, and folks, I must apologize for not coming here before, because I honestly expected, with the amount of money we pass every year in the budget, I honestly expected something more transformational. You know, I mean, I honestly expected the people of Region 7, people of Bartica would have been having all these fancy things, but they're not doing that. They're just spending the money willy-nilly in harebrained schemes in Georgetown and building Silica City and those things like that. I mean, and the people that live here, this road, the reason this road we're on here is the main link between Bartica and all the mining activities and Georgetown and those things like that. And our idea was that my idea and the coalition idea is that we would concrete it all the way down to the Sharima crossing. They've gone away from that, you know what I mean? They just do finished up, because when we left, several of the contracts were in place already, but they had to stop due to COVID. So all they've done is finish up a couple, given to their friends to do some inferior work, and then you know what I mean? So I must say, you know what I mean, I am quite disappointed. I came up with the Purika Stelling. That is a death trap. We had a plan, we got money from it, we got a whole design for it, we had funding for it.
They're achieving your projects, but they can't execute it the way you
and
would
they're
have
not
done.
even doing it, you know what I mean? And that is so sad. And they go around saying how they love the country and they love the people and better life for all and all.
But it's still friends, family, and favorites. One of the things you really is coming down. One of the things you said to us is these harebrained schemes, Silica City and elsewhere. They've started. I know they've started this housing scheme at the back this way. But one of the challenges, they started it, they stopped it. But now we're in local government election. They started back again.
So I've always said the devil's in the details, and when it comes to the PVP, and they're all smoke and mirrors. All it is, they'll do this, they'll stop. They want you vote for us, we get in. If you vote for us and we get in, you'll get a house out and those things. And no, they don't like the people. They don't like Guyanese unless they only do things that they can make money for.
It's all about that. Thanks very much, David.
Cheers. Thank you. Great.
So, folks, that was one of the roads that was built by the coalition. Still stand up strong. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. There's a road built over 3 years ago. Stand up. Stand up. Strong, like the Linden Suez Dyke Highway. But let me show you some of the infrastructural problems that Steve spoke about when we spoke with her. Let me show you some of the Johnny come lately people who building road, and what's the result of roads being built by the PPP in Bartica, folks. Take a look and take a listen. This is what Stephen is talking about. This is what Stephen is talking about. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. Let me go down the road.
This shirt is what one Guyana looks like. This is the PPP versus right down there. If you turn around, if you look right there, that's where we started. Right to that there. That's 100 feet. And this is what they're doing.
David, how recent was this road done?
Yes, I mean, they said they did it up to last year. That's what the guys are telling me, but it's
and you could almost fit in that pothole there.
Yes, but they have no vision. You know what I mean? Why do this to the Bartician people? You know what I mean? If you right there, that's where we started working. We did all this. Look what it is now.
Let's take a short walk up, David, and get a sense of some
you
of
get a perspective, you know what I mean, of what's going on here. How are you, brother?
Morning.
Morning, yes. Yeah, so you mean Sheridan, and this is what they tell the people. They tell the people that that they care for them. They tell people they're spending many billions of budget. Edgel, Indar, and all of them got up and say transformation. This is what they transformed this into.
And David, no doubt millions of dollars has been awarded. Awarded at least.
We don't deal in millions anymore, sure.
Billions awarded.
Yeah, billions. I mean, it's nothing millions anymore. Millions were on the coalition. I told, and I got up and I told it, and Edgel has never refuted it. We used to build a brand new road for just about $49 million a kilometer. Edgel and team and the government are building $112 million. I spoke in Parliament in the last budget. They haven't refuted it because we have the numbers. They have 3 times the cost that we did before. That's what's happening here. And of course, was really, yes, and you, yeah, and the cost of it, the actual cost hasn't gone. It probably only gone over like 10%. All the millions has just gone to their friends and family. Look, I mean, the poor bum mine cars just on the there. But this is what One Guyana looks like. This is what the transformation that they've offered the people. Why? We have so much money, Sherrod. There's no reason why this here should not be a highway, a clean highway. They don't do any drainage. If you notice when we were out there, we put drains along the side of the road to ensure that you know that the people can see. They're here.
Here's another portion of that very road.
Yes,
done by the PPP.
and of course, you know what I mean. It's not only the roads, the cars. You know what I mean. The repair on your cars. I mean, this is it. This is what they're giving us. So, folks, I mean, I'm glad that you're seeing it for yourself. I'm glad that you're not buying into the propaganda. The propaganda that you hear about all bright and beautiful in this sunny, lovely Guyana. Not true at all. Not true at all. They're just simply taking our money, spending it, friends and family, using it up to go on trips all over the world. You know what I mean? The president flies out, and all the ministers fly out first class and so forth. And worse yet, every year we get about $1 billion coming in from the oil revenue. $1 billion. You know what I mean? That is like more money than some countries would ever have in 3 or 4 years. We have it every single year. It's going to increase. And you can't even do anything proper for our people. It's a shame.
Thanks again, David. Pace and power. That's some of what we saw in Bartica. The contrast is like chalk to cheese. And them roads there, pothole broken up. Is what you give friends, family, and favorites. When you give a doctor in medicine, contract for build road. That's what's happening. That's what happens. The closer, folks, that's just some of what we saw in Bartica. We sat down also with former regional chairman, the one and only, folks, the one and only. We sat down with the one and only Mr. Gordon Bradford. A number of issues in Bartica, some of the hot topics, some of the things happening on the ground in Bartica, folks. The one and only former RAO, he's now guiding the young people, you know, lend a helping hand to the local government campaign. He says you got to demand your just dues. Former RAO Gordon Bradford. Take a look and take a listen. Some of what we spoke with him about. Yep.
We're in this local government elections campaign because we feel it's a sense of duty that we must preserve, first of all, the progress that we would have made under the coalition government. And it's plain to see, regardless of who want to last thing over what have, it's plain to see the development that took place for the 4 years that the coalition government was in office. I need not go mentioning and naming them, but they're there for everybody to see. So we are here and we feel that we must preserve Bartica. We must preserve and we must continue with the progress. Now, the campaign has been ongoing, and like everything else, political campaign is something that I enjoy, the back and forth and what have you. But I'm saying that evidence is there, and I would ask the people to show me for the 3.5 years or 3+ years that the PPP has been in office. Show me in Bartica or in Region 7 what progress has been made during those times. Now, there was, as you said, the vice president flew in and flew out. The only thing I would say thanks for is that he brought a lot of rain. He brought lots of rain, and you know, I do a little bit of planting, so I must thank him for that, for bringing the rain. I am in sympathy with those persons who turned up expecting so much so much of your own thing, the thing that you own, because any money that is being shared out here and there for whatever, it's our money. And I really am angry at the fact that you coming to give me something that belongs to me, and then you want to exact something for me for something that belongs to me. It's not right. I only hope that our people would open their eyes, because the oil resources and any money that is being shared is not coming from any bank account of any politician. I understand that it's money that was voted for in Parliament.
Correct.
And nobody is supposed to exact anything from you, like you must vote and you must take your camera and take out, probably you put your X on all these kind of things. It is wrong. And I don't know if the international community is paying attention. Of course, we should be paying attention, because you're buying votes with our own money. The other thing that it's with me is this kind of fear. You talk to people and they're fearful that if they're seen talking to you, or if they put on a green dress or a green shirt, they will lose the 10-day work and what have you, and they will not be considered for any handouts. But I don't know, we turn a handout nation now, that you're living from day to day handouts, 25,000, 19,000, what have you. So I think it's time Guyanese get a grip of themselves and understand that we should not be seen actually begging and stooping for what truly belongs to us. The oil that flows from those wells, it's our resources, it's our patrimony, and we should stand up and demand our just due. So the campaign is there, and there are lots of people going out here and there, and I understand that there was a meeting in 4 Miles last night. PPP had a meeting and lots was said. But I'm saying facts are facts. And our group, these young people have asked me to be an advisor to them. Our group is campaigning on facts. It's truth and right. It's stand the truth, not tantalize. And we know that what we're saying is truth and facts. So they can spread all the rumors that I want to spread here and there. But I want to tell you something, Sherrod. Bartica might seem to be an ordinary community where people don't pay a lot of notice to things. But I want to tell you something, that Bartica and Barticans are more politically sensitive than many other parts of this country. So, my fellow Barticans, I'm saying to you, vote your conscience. And I'm certain that you've been here and you've enjoyed the successes and the development. And I ask you to look at that and to put your X. Nobody is coming to coerce you into doing this and doing something that you don't like. But you are sensible enough, and we have to preserve Bartica. So do the right thing, and come June the 12th, I'm going to say it loud and proud. Put your X to your constituency reps where you see the photograph of people that you know, and put your X for the APNU. The young people that we have selected and the young people who have come forward and asked to be a part of this campaign are persons that you know, young, brilliant, committed, and loyal citizens of Bartica. We don't have anybody else from anywhere. They're from right here. So they were born, bred, and they live Bartica. They bleed Bartica. They talk, they sleep Bartica. So we don't have any hang-ups about anything. We know come June the 12th, when the results are announced, we know we'll have Bartica secured, and we'll continue the development that would have been started under the coalition government.
I'm happy you talked about that, about the development started under the coalition government, because that's one of the things people observe, that since 2020, not much seemed to have been done in Bartica.
That's so true. And, we were seeing that certain politicians from the other side, from the red side, have the audacity to post on their Facebook pages some of the projects that we would have done and completed. For instance, like the special needs school, the 4th special needs school to be built in this region under the coalition government. We have a school for early childhood education, the 4th again of such type. And the guy has no shame. The solar farm started under the coalition government. I did all the groundwork in terms of selecting the site and everything. And these guys don't put in it, this is a PPP project. And it's not funded wholly by the government of Guyana. It is funded by the IDB, the CDB. And, but that's the level of thinking that these people have. And there's so many other projects. I remember in 2019, we opened 5 brand new primary schools across this region. I can name the areas, places like Iteringbank, which never had a school before. We built brand new primary school with teachers' quarters, washroom facilities, and everything. We went to Purimo, built a brand new primary school there. Camarang, Imbamidai, and Kaku. And those projects are there standing like a beacon. I know it probably, some people probably get red eye when I look at it because they realize that they cannot fool the people anymore and tell them that we did not do anything. You know, it hurts sometimes to hear people can be so blatant to come out and say they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything at all. Whilst you know that these projects are there staring in your face. How can you be so blatant when it comes to lying? The roads and so on, but I know if you came through the, you didn't come by here by chance.
We didn't fly in.
The people call the road the line road, now the abortion road.
We went through there.
Yeah, the abortion road. So young ladies, Steve, if you become pregnant or so because I expect this year something to happen, don't drive through the road as you lose wherever you got. So that is, I'm calling on all Barticans, all Barticans, like myself, to vote your conscience and stop with this mendicancy of people coming for hand your money here and hand your money there. Sometimes I say like this government is sleep and wake up in the next morning and they get ideas. I looking at the president himself. I wonder if he's notified those people that he's going to visit. You just run in and people just wake up. They never know, expecting you're going in and you're going to do this and do that. You don't run a country like that. Come on, you don't run a country like that. You have to have a long-term vision if you're going to run a country because you play with people's lives. So you come in and do something now, you don't know if it pleases the people, if that is what they want. So those are things that we got to stand there. You're talking about this appeal for the ExxonMobil case.
The insurance.
You know, tell me which country. I'm sure that countries like Venezuela and Suriname, so they're glad for that ruling that may have opened their eyes to see that $2 billion, what's $2 billion US dollars if you got oil spill? I follow the news through the world. And I see when they got oil spills, it's billions upon billions of dollars. And that's only for your country. Yeah. What about other countries, neighboring countries that may be affected by the oil spill? If, God forbid, we do have one. So $2 billion is a joke. And now you have a judge who's patriotic and loyal to his country and would have ruled as something like that, that could only be beneficial to us. What is this big story now that the government appealing? And when the government appeals, you have to find money to fight that appeal, and then who benefit and who are the liars to benefit. So it's taxpayers' money again, got to pay the cost of that appeal. So it seems like the ripping off can't stop. They're going to rip us to shreds if we don't get up and speak out and stand up as Guyanese. So to all those persons fighting, we're with you. And we got to, you know, the song says, we're all in this thing together. So we got to put aside our differences, petty differences, and we got to hold one head and fight for Guyana.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Balfour, for spending this time with us.
Yeah.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $InTheRing592, Zelle and PayPal InTheRing592@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $InTheRing592, Zelle and PayPal InTheRing592@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
If you didn't share the live yet, you're wicked. Thousands of you are still watching us. We've gone about an hour and 18 minutes counting, folks. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. In my head, I was thinking spread. Smash that emoji button. Is it an edge catching up with me, folks? Valid, credible information. Folks, if you stop by and you didn't benefit, don't share it. If you didn't benefit one damn thing from the program, you don't share. It's not for you. It's not for you. You're reading other people's mail. It's not for you. If you benefit something from it, folks, we want others to get valid, credible information. And that was the last bell, folks. And that being said, Thanks for staying with us. It's 9:33. We got 2,300 people still with us. Share the damn live. Candidate Linda Jit. Smash that emoji button. Bella and Hazelin King. Edward Brooms. Alson Cortez. Yep, Ayabo is still here. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. Share it to a group. Share it to a page. Share it to a profile. Tag a friend, folks. Valid, credible information. Thanks for the people at Bartica for hosting us. Yep, over the weekend. Yep, that's some of the things we learned over the weekend on the ground there. Boots on the ground in Bartica, folks. We featured some other things that happened to us in Bartica on the podcast today. You can refer to that. It's on our pages. On the podcast today, we featured some other stuff that transpired in Bartica over the weekend as well. Good folks, that's our time and that's our program. Yeah, catch you all bed now. Drink your porridge, good folks, and catch you all bed. Debbie Collins, I see Janice is here, Allison, Jennifer, I see Edward, Jacobs, Joylyn Cook is here, Ayabo, Janice again, Charles, and Gloria Skinner. Gloria says share ready, folks. Thousands you still with us, 2,100 of you, hundreds of you are still with us. 2,100 of you are still with us, folks. 2,100. So we can say thousands are still with us. Share that live before you go. Smash that emoji button and let me go down the road. That's our time and that's our program. Stay safe. Stay safe.